Hi. I'm actually recording a video because I like how I look. Cracked myself up there. I'm like in this background. And so I just finished doing my weekly advanced class, and we looked at personality moon and how it drives the motivation and the sun earth, and it was so powerful. I've been working with finding what I've called alarm keys, which are the things that happen in our mind and our body that are alarming because we're about to slide into transference and slide into distraction. And I watched myself in this class really, really work on pinpointing for people what is, what does your mind tell you just before you're about to go into distraction, just before you're about to go into transference. And when you hear those thoughts, what happens in your body? I've seen that some people are more aware of what's going on in their body, and some people are more aware of watching their thought forms. Um, like for one person, it was, they don't want me. And then he said his face would get kind of drawn and lifeless, and his eyes would get droopy, and that was an alarm. And then we looked at, so when you catch it, there I am, I'm sliding down into distraction. And when we teach the mind what to look for, the mind can become a ally in the process of deconditioning rather than an adversary trying to take control and do whatever it thinks. Um, so when his mind can catch that, what he realized is he could just dance, come back into his own body, and his own body loves to dance. Um, Another person, I look at my notes, I took notes for people and I'm going to send them the notes. Um, One of the things, she's personal, they are personal um, view, and I am too, actually. And when they have the thought, what's wrong with them? For me, it's how can they, it's taking out of the personal and looking at judging others, and that's a clue. And um, that thought in their body would lead to like this kind of nauseated feeling all over. That thought in my body with the same personal view, it's like I kind of get like this. How can they? And for both of us, one of the ways to to just break the spell in a sense would be to take some breaths. And roll myself back into me. Yeah. Let me see if I have one other to share. What was the other one? There's one other really good one. What to do? Oh, yeah. The alarm key was brain fog and tired eyes and a sense of futility, like kind of a in the body. And um, she was having a hard time relating to, actually, like she was using words like mental confusion rather than what it actually was feeling in her brain. And I said, well, if you could take your brain and and do what it needs at that point, what would you do to your brain? And she closed her eyes, she's in her vision, she goes, I'd hydrate it. It's dry, it's thirsty. And so those alarm keys, when her brain just feels foggy and her eyes just get tired, those um, and the words were, they're not listening to me, they're not hearing me, they don't even see me, projector. um, so she could just close your eyes and have a drink of water. And that not only hydrates literally the brain, it gives some spaciousness. It's like what I'm seeing is that in those times where we're just like about to go into distraction, about to go into transference, get some spaciousness in the moment and return to me. Return to definition and away from all the openness. I don't need to prove anything. And I don't need to talk. Talking now. Hopefully, this was a good one. At least I laugh at myself. So anyway, I guess that's what I've said is that if you want to, you could look at how what are the things that happen in your body and in your mind? What are the literal sentences? What are the words your mind says to you before you go into transference, before you go into distraction? If you're in transference, you're in distraction, and vice versa. So there you go. I'm just being Tiara.